Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
Huh.
I'm pleased to see that you'll find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then. Explain.
Yeah,
Dr.
he just
Watson
told
was
you
correct
off,
when he mentioned
sir.
acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines,
You
you're
go
quite
through the
incorrect,
chimney?
as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
And a trained monkey at that.
Oh.
Without a doubt, a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America.
The little handprints.
The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle.
What?
Finally, the servants and the Marquess entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation.
Simple as that.
Bravo,
He knows
Holmes.
everything.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson. A poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium where they remain now.
Don't get your suit wet. Aw, Holmes, how do you do it? I don't know, it seemed a little contrived for me. I don't know about you.
Marquess, here is your necklace.
We didn't even do anything.
Just a little.
And we got 30 gamer
Mr.
score?
Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you,
Holy
sir.
crap.
Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Good. I will
Look at this
return it to
loser.
the box. And
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
what times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquess. Well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its
man.
box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
30 gamer
Very well,
score for
as you
doing
wish.
absolutely
A good
nothing.
day to you, Marquess. With
I'm a little
pleasure,
worried
gentlemen.
about this game already.
And once again, thank you.
Oh, man. Little scared. Like, how do you know the guy trained him with the whistle? Like, how do you know that? Not possible. Watson's drinking his
This
scotch.
morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
Can't put up with
No,
Holmes'
Watson, not yet.
arrogance
But I won't have
anymore.
time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you
Oh,
insist.
outrageous. Just seeing what's around here. So we got different doors we can go into. So where's the paper, Watson?
Read the paper, Holmes.
Yeah, where is it, buddy? Globe Explorer. Put my fan up here. Okay. Sherlock Holmes. At the home of the Marquess of Cunningham, the investigation is a fiasco. Yesterday, the celebrated detective Sherlock Holmes was invited to the manor of the Marquess of Cunningham to supply his conclusions following his investigation into the appearance of the priceless Samoan necklace. It should be recalled that the lady called in the detective after the police appeared flummoxed in the face of the astonishing circumstances surrounding the theft. Indeed, the valuable piece of jewelry disappeared while the door to the room in which it was displayed was locked. The alarm was raised by the servants, alerted by the room's service bell ringing out. During the night, when the Marquise, the only person in possession of the key, opened the door, everyone rushed in to extinguish a fire that had started before it was noticed that the necklace had mysteriously vanished. The most astonishing factor is that no theft was found within the room, and all the exits were closed. As usual, Mr. Holmes resolved the case in the twinkling of an eye, and the jewel was recovered. I will not waste my time on the various explanations as to the disappearance, because I prefer to draw your attention, dear readers, to the last surprising developments in the case. Following the departure of Sherlock Holmes, who placed the necklace in the safe himself, the Marquise noticed that the jewel was nothing but a poor copy of the original. Let it not be forgotten that the Samoan necklace, although plain and without ornament, is unique because of the rarity of its pearls. Pearls which are found only in a small part of the lagoon of the archipelago of the same name, and to which scientists attribute their exceptional quality of strong density of crystal of aragonite, I don't know how you say that they are made of. The priceless necklace brought here at the God damn, how long is this thing? Brought here at the beginning of the century by Lord Fenton Arwick, the Marquise's grandfather and an eminent explorer, should have been part of her daughter's dowry for her marriage to the Duke of Newcastle. So I am going to place a simple question. Should we not, in all open-mindedness, ask ourselves if the necklace was not simply and deliberately exchanged for a fake by Mr. Holmes himself? How dare ye? I am aware, dear readers, that the brutality of this question without any preconceptions may certainly shock some of you. Shock me. But the facts are there, and our thoughts and judgments should not be confused with the regard which we all share for the famous detective. It is not the first time that the Globe Explorer has expressed its reservation of Sherlock Holmes' methods. Do not forget our counter-investigation into the escape of Arsène Lupin, the Frenchman who took malign pleasure in tarnishing the image of our royal family, and who, by lucky chance, managed to elude capture by Mr. Holmes. At the time, we did not hesitate to consider a tacit complicity on the part of the latter. For those who are familiar with Mr. Holmes, it is quite apparent that his character traits show more of the opportunist and brilliant usurper than that of altruistic defender of the law. I would draw attention of our readers to the suggestion that the description of this gentleman provided by his friend Dr. John Watson through his stories is a long way from the truth. Oh my freaking God, how long is this thing? Indeed, his behavior is derisive, contemptuous, haughty, and offensive towards the police, and in particular towards Inspector Baines, replacing Inspector Lestrade, who is currently convalescent and a habitual abuser of narcotics. Oh, hello, such as heroin and cocaine. That is why, dear readers, it is important to disregard Sherlock Holmes' good reputation in order to form an objective opinion and to ask the pertinent questions. Was the necklace that Holmes found already a fake? If that was the case, why did he not mention it? And why should he insist on placing it back within the safe himself? Has the detective some unsavory interest in this affair? Or is it a simple case of deceit in order to steal the extraordinary Samoan necklace? It is up to you, dear readers, to form your own opinions, but you can count upon your humble servant to continue revealing to the public the doubtful methods and motivations of one who, in the future, I shall not hesitate to call Sherlock Holmes the usurper. To be continued. Oh, Farley. Oh, God. 2 more pages. Ancestry of Prince Woodville recognized. Lords Committee verified Prince Woodville's legitimacy. Mace concluded last night without surprise. Prince's title was confirmed, as rumors suggested. In return of an unfavorable opinion by the committee, the prince would have abandoned any claim to the inheritance of the present royal family, as well as any political activity. made its conclusion. Unfavorable opinion the prince would have abandoned. Huh. The young man, now 28, read history and law at Oxford with a diploma in philosophy. Spent most of his childhood in France, where he acquired a considerable knowledge of the culinary arts. For those who might think this is a handicap when integrated in British high society, I remind you that he's also outstanding on the polo field and plays the bagpipes quite beautifully. I wish that lately he has become involved in charity work and aiding the poor. So, Prince Woodville's legitimacy. Huh. Okay.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I
Sherlock
suspect
Holmes
we shall soon be
conceded.
enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines. The door's open.
Oh.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second to last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that, Rag?
Slander? Or about the necklace?
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible. I saw the Marquess authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquess's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Now he's talking about
Perhaps
food.
you're right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness.
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised.
Really?
The principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage.
Yeah, really. Husband divorces you because you don't have the necklace you're supposed to give him.
Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewellery?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
Okay.
What do you think, Holmes?
What am I supposed to do? Oh, there it is. It's like he gets stuck. He won't move. It's like he freezes. Like right now, I'm trying to move him. He won't move. So weird. Very weird. Find out if the necklace is authentic or not. Okay.